Alright. Hey, Mike Mojo! Oh, my shit's good to go. I'm gonna bring our friends over on the Radical Job Station.
Trail mix.
Now let me know if you can hear me. Whoa. Gotta grab the volume there. Rumble has superior volume for sure, right? Superior volume. Hey! Hope you're well too, sir. Let me know if you can see the Eagle and the World News Report today, loco. And 5x5. God bless you, sir. God bless you. We're gonna let it play a little bit. Hey, sweetheart. See him, Taylor. My favorite people in the world. God bless you, girl. All right. James Kaufman, World News Report today. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for joining us. It's a busy day. We had a large earthquake. We've had some problems in Wyoming. I don't want to go into till after this. We have, I think, 2 Delta class sunspots Earth facing right now. We're going to go into that in just a bit. It looks like we have 2, 4, 6, 8 sunspots Earth facing, and several have not been named. This is not even something I knew that was brought up. No. We always go to our estimated planetary KP index, a measurement of solar wind and plasma at ground level. This is actually 4 to 7, and the next bar is going to be 7 to 10. That's Central Time here in the U.S. This is UTC time. All right? Lots of love to all y'all. So great to see y'all. Happy holidays to everyone. What I like to do is I like to go around the whole globe to the German KP index, because everyone says, James, tell me if it's going to hit me. I'm in California. Well, my sentiments are, if a CME hits Earth, it hits all of Earth, right? It hits all of Earth because it seeps through the north and south poles where the Van Allen belts don't protect us, and we have radiation in the form of X-ray radiation seeping through the poles. And, these are electrons. The X-ray radiation hits us almost immediately along with the protons. So this is different. I did make a mistake. I apologize. These are electrons. So the atom is made up of what? 1 neutron, 1 electron, 1 positron, right? That's it. And we used to have atomic bombs. Atomic bombs, like the earthquake I covered earlier, it was 29.8 atomic bombs worth of energy. That was when we split the atom. Now, with nuclear bombs, we split the nucleus, or the positive electron. We're trying to give her a rich back. I said we're like an old married couple in London. God damn it. Alright. My ex-wife's worse than Tiffany could ever be. Alright. I shouldn't tell you all this, but my daughter called her best friend's mom with her other best friend staying at my house, and they told her best friend where to find the marijuana, the liquor, and the vapes tonight. I know they're listening to me too. Yes, I know, girls. I know. Dad knows everything. Dad knows everything. I want to say y'all have done nothing wrong, and if anyone threatens y'all, point them in my direction. Point them in my direction. I'll take care of the rest, okay? God bless you, girls. But remember, tattletale is not always the best way. In this instance, it was. Everyone needed to know, okay? Everyone needed to know, including her parents, who have thanked me for hours now. But girls, I know y'all listen to me right now. Y'all need to all become friends again, okay? All become friends again. So let it go. Alright, guys, this is the German, the Helmholtz Center of Geophysics. And that scares the piss out of me. We had 2 M-class solar flares. We're talking about an M1.1 and then a very powerful M flare. This one's headed directly towards Earth with a huge coronal mass ejection we're about to look at. It's going to probably create a severe G4, and I'm pretty much never wrong, a G4 geomagnetic storm, okay? G4. Now, they're already saying G3, but I'm looking at a G4 geomagnetic storm. Samtello Tiff got hers back. Maybe I fucked it up. I'm pretty sure I got it right. Miss Tello. Hey. Alright, so we did have a big M flare, and believe it or not, this is going to be more geo-effective than the X2 flare. Mark my words. Okay, always mark my words. We have no atmosphere involved anymore, and we have this flare coming inbound. They're calling it an M6, I think. God, it comes up to an 8 here. I've actually 8.3 here. I've actually got it named right here. Look, I'll show you. Well, let's go ahead and give it name. Bring it over here and get it named first. 8.12. Almost an X flare. The problem here is that we had a little M flare to clear the way before it. 4299 was a beta gamma sunspot group, and we still have 4294 and 4296 as delta sunspot groups, right? Delta. That came from a beta gamma sunspot, an M8.1, right? And I'll show you what that means. Right now, they're only giving us a 15% chance of having an X-class solar flare. You know what? At some level, I agree with them. What I've noticed is anytime the sunspots are Earth-facing, for whatever reason, is it God's grace, there seems to be a much smaller chance that anything will actually pop off and be geo-effective towards Earth. Now, I can't answer why, but it seems like every time they can actually X-flare 20 times, and when they become Earth-facing, everything's quiet. Shh. Shh. All right, M-class solar flare. Well, that ship sailed. And we're running a C baseline, a C 1.73. So that ship sailed too. All right, 9.6 went from Delta class to simple. That's a hard jump here. Look at it. That's simple now. 4294 is still Delta class. 4298 never got complex. 4299, where the X 1.9 flare came from. Well, y'all gonna say we don't know where these came from, but I'm about to show y'all visually. Y'all are smart kids, right? Now, I brought up the old core one. I called the old core one, but it's the best core one, right? Well, what I will do is stop that bullshit. If I just hit the download button and download the bitch, you'll see it download up here. We'll put it on pictures. See it? Go to here. I'll teach you all about computers if you want to. And then I can control it now. Now it's part of my files. This is the latest and greatest. It brings us through. Wow, they only bring us to. Alright. Then if I hit combo 2. Alright. Wow, look at that solar flare. This is core 1, goes 18, goes 19, sucks. I mean, you might as well not even have a core. This thing's awesome. So, watch the date here. The 6 today, up, and they cut 10 hours of time off there. And watch this. I'm going to show you a couple of things here. Alright. Well, 4 hours missing right there. I'm going to stop it. 4 hours missing right there. I can actually control it. They stole 4 hours of data right there. Look how big the explosion was at 1100 UTC time, which is the same as 5 a.m. Look at it. Look at it. And then look. Nothing. It just disappeared till 1500, 5-6 hours later. And then right as this stopped, look. That's another what's called halo eruption. Okay? Another halo eruption. You can cheat my friends, but don't cheat me, Lord. Alright. I guess we know where it came from because NOAA's already called out an M8.1 solar flare. And we'll read it. Active region 4299, the same region that produced the X 1.9 solar flare near the north central part of the solar disk. Now remember, sunspots in the southern region are always more geo-effective than the northern region because we're getting pulled through the solar system and we're being dragged by our sun. They don't tell you why. They just tell you the first part. I tell you why. Produced an M8.1 solar flare. It peaked at 2039 UTC time, which is actually 3:39 or 3:40 Central Time. Analysis to be performed on any associated coronal mass ejections. They don't think it's going to hit. Now they think it's going to be a dead hit. Right? Dead hit. And it's coming fast. See if this is up to date. This is from the small M flare yesterday. Just FYI. It's tomorrow from 12 to 3 and then 3 to 7. That's from the little flare yesterday. That was an M4 or some bullshit. And ladies and gentlemen, this is all going to change. They just didn't realize what was going on here. Now they are going to realize what's going on here. We'll see if we can see it together. See if we can see it together. And we know where it's coming from. So we should be able to see it together coming out of right here. Slow that bitch up. How's everyone doing? Happy holidays, folks. Happy holidays. God bless. My daughter called her best friend's mom and told her where the pot was. Oh my God. I had to tell my parents tonight that I was dealing pot when I was 12. Yeah, it was a hard conversation. You know, it makes you a good businessman. Watch it over here. Well, there it was. That little puff of smoke. Is that all it was? Is that all it was? Oh, there it was. Sorry. I was worried. I was like, I thought I'd gone crazy. Watch it right here. Oh, Lord. Boom. Chakalaka, boom. There it is right there. Probably close to an X flare. They think the coronal mass ejection will be much worse than a G3. We're talking about G4 severe geomagnetic storms. Alright, let's see if we can actually see the explosion. Let's go see 3. Lots of love out to everyone, especially Miss Tiffany. Hope everything's going good. Alright, so this should take us far enough, based on the time period, to see that coronal mass ejection. And you can actually, look, you can barely see it start to halo. See it? See it? See it? See it? Halo. That's a halo eruption, directly Earth facing, right there. And there's no way it can't hit Earth. It's going to be a direct hit. I'll give you all a model in the morning, as I always do. That's from... it's so Earth facing, it's going to be worse than the X2 flare. And it's not my opinion. It's not my opinion. I'm always right. Alright, let's see if the new way we've learned how to figure out if we're being hit by anything is look at the electron count on the ground. Look. That is a dead hit by a coronal mass ejection right here today, which I knew we had been hit. I wouldn't have played it for y'all. Waste your time. We've been hit by either coronal mass ejection or something heavy with electrons today. And I can see that it has wandered. Now, we were expecting, if you just go to, let's just go to home. Go to home, watch. December 6, 2025. They were expecting this. They didn't want y'all to know. So what I do is I use all of everything I have to show y'all that the U.S. got hit hard. And some of this was above 60 and 70, like, see right there, 60 and 70 parts per million. Wow. And they would have never told y'all the KP index didn't show up. Look, right there, the KP index didn't show up. 1857 UTC time is 1:15 Central Time. The Earth's directly facing us, so whatever is coming from the Earth from 2 days ago was directly hitting us. It didn't show up on the KP index. It didn't show up on ACE. Well, we haven't looked at ACE. We haven't looked at Discover. So we'll take a look at around 1:15 UTC time, okay? But you can see we're being radiated, not in a good way. Now here is it's kind of like when they're selling snake oil. Here's the fool's goal. The fool's goal. Can someone tell me what the flashlight that goes around the fool's goal is? Corey Burnett, if you're in the house, tell me, where do you see planets? Did y'all see the flashlight? It's so ridiculous. Corey, there's no planets. That is, look at that. Oh! Timing wise, watch this. We'll do it slow. 1650 today. Oh. Look. Oh, look. Can you say halo, coronal mass ejection, directly Earth facing, Earth being the dead on center of that motherfucker? Okay? Excuse my French. But hey, I just want to show y'all what we're dealing with here. It's huge. They might have called it an M8, but you know what? It's as good as an X5. Directly facing, no atmosphere left, period. And then, remember, watch the flashlight up there. I'll go back and forth with the flashlight so I can have some fun. Look, there's a flashlight up there. The F could that be? Look. I'm doing that on purpose. Y'all must be able to see this flashlight. Unless my extrasensory perception, since I am Batman, is helping me out, right? Alright, you got hit today, sir. We are going to be coming back with headlines and news, but we're going to finish this up first. I have a feeling we're about to be tonight hit by a big X flare, a big Earth-facing X flare. I would call it just a hunch because I have nothing really to back it up with, except for when I've seen the sun go quiet. The next thing, it's the quiet before the storm. And I never depend on that, right? Alright. 13. Right there should be the big whatever. I see nothing. I mean, I see something. I just don't see anything that would even raise a brow on me. No ray alternation, nothing. Okay, nothing. Alright, look, someone is getting in. And if you'll just notice here, let's see if I can see that small. This is from the 7th. Tomorrow. It was taken at 8:30 Central Time here in the U.S. And this shows y'all what's weird is they didn't update any of the other pictures. SDO is doing all the work And I'm about to show y'all. They refuse to update, although this gives us a ton of information. They refuse to update. Hey, God bless you, Sam. Hello. I love you, sweetheart. Guys, she is I would call her the total animal whisperer. She can have an animal. The only person, now I'm good with animals, I won't lie to y'all. Cats, dogs, horses, cows. I've been bucked off a horse or two, but she can have them land in her hand on a daily basis, which to me seems impossible. They're not parakeets. They're not coming from inside, right? To me, it seems impossible, but it shows you how good her heart must be, right? Even the animal can feel it, right? Y'all could hold up the number one treat the animal could want, and if y'all weren't the right person, the animal would never come to you, period. And I call her my animal whisperer. Can you whisper to my mom's cat, tell her to behave? It is amazing. Sweetie, I'll vouch for her. It's not one time. It's like hundreds of times this year. And I have a way with animals as well, but not like this, right? They probably can tell I have blood on my hands. I quit using my shotguns and even my rifles to kill even birds. I only bird hunt with a bow. Who does that? Me and probably 100 people in the world that are that good at shots where it's unfair. And I still bring home as much as most people do. Duck hunt or goose hunt with a bow. I don't dove hunt with a bow. I'm a jackass, but I'm not that big of a jackass, right? Alright. Y'all see the black over white here? Black over white means regular sunspots, but huge sunspots. And this is the sunspot complex, 4294 and 4296. And white over black because it's the northern hemisphere, right? This is the bad boy that's given us so much trouble, the X1.9 flare, and just now, the M8.6, right? But it's still not irregular. It's not irregular. And it's only beta gamma. It's not even delta. That's still a huge delta sunspot. Have y'all noticed that anytime things are Earth facing, they quiet down? If y'all haven't noticed that, y'all haven't been around for quite some time. Mentally or physically. A or B. A or B. A or B. Now, I'm going to give y'all my coffee. We need coffee to keep this channel going. I won't lie to you guys. For me, we don't even make enough to pay for the expenses of the channel. Y'all can believe it or not. I'll prove it. To anyone that wants to call me up, I'll prove it. We make under $1,000. We used to make $8,000 to $10,000, but YouTube hates this channel. Why they hate the channel is because I made fun of them. I got a manager who I still never have talked to, but I was able to pull her picture up because of her name, and she of course has that nose earring like cows do, and the blue hair like, well, you tell me. Obviously, our headline news is going to be fun as shit tonight. Hopefully y'all join me. Hopefully y'all saw what I did for America. Trump gave the FBI 6 months to put together the Act Blue, and Mark Kelly and them, all their bad deeds. James went on the database. I put it together yesterday. My report comes with a spreadsheet, and you know what? I nailed them all. I couldn't figure out what they had to do with each other. Although they were all Democrats, what they had to do with each other was 95,648 donations over 24 months, and the total of several millions of dollars. Sometimes some of the 98-year-old women made, 10,000 donations a day, right? A day. I'm not playing around. Look at this crap. 11/29. I called NASA. They kicked me off their platforms, okay? They kicked me off. My questions are too enhancing. I said, look, man, we're paying for these satellites. Open up the fucking feed. I'm going to have your fucking job. And I actually am going to go after their jobs. I don't care what y'all say. This is from 11/29. 11/29. That's as good as they can do? I think not. Not with my tax money, at least, right? If you want to fuck up, go fuck up with your own tax money, you pieces of shit. Excuse me, I meant you wonderful people from America. And then look at this shit. From September 9th. September 9th. Tiffany, you know I'll go get them. You know I will. At least she knows I'll go get them. At least I'll make sure that everyone gets to see what they've done, just like I'm going to do here. This is from November 9th. Both of these. But look, it's today's SEO graph. By today, I mean today's. Watch. Now, this is the real graph. It's real. What do we see problem-wise? Well, problem-wise, we have this is the back side of the sun. Just so you guys, I know you don't know, because they don't tell you. Look, 12/7. 12/7, 3:35, 10:35. 10:35. It's only shit. That must be Eastern time, because it sure ain't 10:35 yet here. 9:55. Probably 20 minutes old. We have two huge sunspots coming around the limb right here. I can read this shit no matter what. But look at this. The place for people that don't know how to read shit. November 9th, halfway through the day. November 9th, halfway through the day. That's the coronal hole in the backside. It's earth facing now. These people should be put in jail. They're all making $250,000 a year, plus pensions, plus 10% a year, plus 3 or 4% cost of living increases. Guess who pays? And they only have to put in 20 years. I've already put in 45 years. I get nothing. Nothing. Except for what I made for myself. Right? What I made for myself. They should be responsible, and these satellites that are paid for by me and you, I'll interpret them. I just want the feeds. That's all I want. I don't want these people's interpretation, because I don't trust them. They're not doing anything. They're not doing anything. I don't trust them. Okay? I don't trust them. It is harder than a youngster. But look, this is from November 9th, halfway through the day here. That's what 0.5 means. So this is embarrassing. Right? James can fix this. I can fix anything. It has to do with Business. Just give me my 45 and let me have a couple minutes back in the freezer with them. Right? Alright. It was a joke. Discover at Lagrange point 1 million miles. Actually orbiting around Earth at 1 million miles, Lagrange point 1. They're not really orbiting. They're called stationocentric? They're stationary. Right in between the sun. Even though Earth is spinning, they're stationary, supposedly, between the sun and Earth. And I did a lesson about this. When the ray drops below zero, our shields are down, right? Our shields are coming up to meet this shit. And what are they meeting? Heavy solar winds. Look at this. And think about the best way for me to tell y'all, see the 731? Think about the callus on your feet. If you walk on the concrete a long time, yes, you'll get blisters, but once it's healed, you'll have calluses, and then it'll be easier to walk on the concrete. Well, that's what this is here. Okay? It's called our BZ. But when it drops below zero, well, we've almost lost all of our atmosphere. And remember, the black is the space weather. When it bumps up on the black, it's trying to protect. And y'all can actually correspond this to, watch, I'll use this up here to correspond it. Look. Do you see how solar winds drop when plasma is shot up? I know it's not a big shoot, but the same thing happens when solar winds shoot up. Let's grab solar winds right. They're moving them on me. 735. Look how my red is hitting my black on the top, but we're above zero, so my shields are holding. Now, the other good thing we're experiencing here is it's blue. If it would be pink, this is the actual tilt or angle of our shields. No one will explain it to you like I will. They always want to make it difficult when it's not difficult at all. This is the BZ shields over the northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. That's the hemisphere line right there. And this is the tilt of the shields themselves. Obviously, if they're tilted to the north, since I showed you a picture of Earth following the sun, because the sun's pulling all the planets by geomagnetic connection from the Big Bang way through the universe, or the, well, galaxy, I guess is where we need to start for you guys. Then, obviously, if the shield is in the north, and let me bring up a picture for the truly dumb people, okay? Not that any of y'all are truly dumb. I don't believe that exists. I chased them all off, right? I don't know if this is the right picture or not, but my apologies. This is zooming. well, probably remember galaxy pictures. My eyes are not what they used to be. Anyway, y'all have already seen the picture of how the sun pulls all the planets through a spiral geomagnetic connection to the sun, and so all the planets have to be lagging the sun, right? That's why, well, if Earth's shields are tilted up, it deflects off the sun that's above us. If they're tilting down, it doesn't work so great, okay? We're seeing pretty strong solar winds still. Normal temperatures here. I wish I could have come up with my picture. Makes things easier. Look how much data they've erased. But don't you worry. Everything will show its face one day or another. So what do we have here? Well, what they show us here shows up, angle up most of the time. Missing data here. Plasma, never over 10 centimeters cubed, so never in space weather territory. And solar winds from 700 down to 625. Kind of what we expected, right? Let's see what the European Space Agency had to say. Today is the 6th, right? See if they lie. I know they lie, but let's see how much they lie, right? Alright, going for the 6th. There was that big hit yesterday that didn't happen. Alright, so they have plasma down here where it's supposed to be. And actually, you know what? This is the best the European Space Agency's ever done. They have solar winds only 50 kilometers per second below where they are. Look at this. I mean, this is good for them. This is spectacular. Now this never happened. And if this happens, well, that means that M-class solar flare is a huge deal that I showed you all a bit ago. And that's actually what they're counting on, about 48 to 52 hours. And they're looking at plasma up at 50, centimeters cubed. Period. Right? Alright. The planets today.